Okay, today we're going to be making regular bread. So you can make every single day at home. Impress your wife, impress your family. Check this out. We're going to use Filone brand bread. Any bread flour is good. If you want to find high protein content, this one has 11.5%. And you can find that out. 30 grams is the total serving size. Each serving size contains 4 grams. Do the math, you get around 11.5%. Good to know. Then we're going to put Semolina Rimacinata in there as well. I use this brand here, my favorite. Also use this to make pasta. We're going to mix the two, salt and yeast. Let's get started. I use active dry yeast. You could use other brands, doesn't really matter, but as long as you have that. Get yourself a good scale. We're going to pour 400 grams of this flour in here. Use grams, don't use cups. A little bit more. There we go. 400. And then we're going to do 180 grams of this semolina. It's just in a different container. So we're going to go up to 580. Almost there. Boom. That's all right if you go over a little bit. Okay. Put it on your KitchenAid. And if you don't have a KitchenAid, link in the description below. Just kidding. You can do it by hand too. It's easier. Start getting this going for a little bit just to mix up the two flours together. Get a large water container, zero it out. I like to use fridge water because it's filtered. And you're going to want to put 420 grams of water. So we're going to put 420 grams of water in here. Oh, look at that. Without even looking. That's good enough. Then pop this guy in the microwave. Okay. Water's out of here. Got my water. Grab my active dry yeast. A little spoon. That's it. That's all you need. Goes in here. Basically, you want to make sure that it just covers the top of your water. To the side. Give it a quick mix. Grab your salt. I use a ramekin. Easy. Zero it out. 18 grams of sea salt. Don't skip out on salt. Do not use salt with iodine in it. Tastes nasty. Use sea salt. 18 grams. Salt goes in at the end. Go to your KitchenAid. You should see it right now. Grab your water. Give it a good stir. And slowly pour in the water. Now, why do it this way? This is important because if you oversaturate your flour right away, one, it's going to splash everywhere. Two, it's not going to absorb quickly. So let the water do the work, let the flour absorb the water, and that way you can get everything absorbed perfectly, so you're not going to have a big gloopy mess there. Telltale sign that your bread has absorbed all the water and is good to be kneaded is that every single piece of dough along the edge of your bowl will be completely taken away. So let it run on medium to high speed for about 5 to 10 minutes. And when you'll be done, you realize that it's going to be fine and elastic. That's what you want. You want an elastic dough, well absorbed. At this stage, most of the water is already been absorbed. So I can go ahead and start sprinkling the salt in slowly. See you in 5 minutes. It's been about 8 minutes. Now your dough should look shiny, well absorbed, and should peel off the hook fairly easily. Take it out, We're gonna put it in a proofing box. I highly suggest you get one of these. These are cheap, 20-ish bucks from Amazon, and it fits the right size of dough because it's actually gonna grow. So we're gonna pop it out, take it out of there, and there it is. Your dough's in here. Now, tomorrow morning, I work. So I'm gonna put this in the fridge. And then when I get back from work tomorrow, early afternoon, I'm gonna pop this out of the fridge. At that point, it'll have expanded a little bit, not too much, because the cold will slow down the fermentation process. So take it out of the fridge, and at that point, I'm gonna do my folds, and I'll show you tomorrow how that is. Leave it as is. You can kind of tell the good elastic gluten content that I have on that. Look at that. It'll still rip in certain areas if you pull too much, but tomorrow you'll see that when we do the folds like this, and we'll do some more folds on it, it's gonna strengthen the gluten inside of the dough, and it'll be much easier to manage. And then we're gonna shape it in the form that I like, and that's what you're gonna use too. See you tomorrow. There we go. Only lavazza. It is now the next morning, a little bit later in the morning, and if you'll see it, it'll look something like this. And what I advise you to do, turn your oven on for 1 minute, 2 minutes, so it gets about 100 degrees Fahrenheit, then turn it off, turn the light on, leave it in here. I stuck a thermometer here just to measure the temperature of it. At this point, I'm actually gonna do a couple folds in it. And you'll notice it's nice and soft. And this is what you want. You want this, how it looks like little tiny spider webs. That's all the gluten being formed. I have to kind of pull it off like this. Here we go. You'll notice the more times I do this, the softer the ball will be. Now you can actually start to form it. So I'm gonna gently grab from the bottom like this and kind of let the dough do the work. Squish it till you get kind of a log form like this. In an hour or two, it'll grow even more. We're gonna expand it just a little bit more, and then we'll do the final step, putting it in the oven. So off for another proof for about another 2 hours. Here we are. It's been around 4 hours later, and voila, look how big it is. So now, all we gotta do, get some flour. We're gonna sprinkle around the edges, just a little bit, and on top, a little bit. Look at those little bubbles. That's a nice little, oh, there it goes, no. Get a spatula and start to break the seal on the bottom. Try not to squish it too much. You wanna make sure that it's not gonna stick to the bottom of your proofing box. Parchment paper. Voila. A bit of flour on the bottom. And in one movement, you're gonna go basically flip it onto the parchment paper without hitting it too hard. You don't want it to deflate. And 1 and 2 and a boom. Here we go. Give it little taps. Boom. And it should, voila, be off. Now kind of rearrange it on your parchment sheet a little bit. And this is the shape you want. You want a long shape. In Italy, we call this a filone. This is the correct size, correct shape we are looking for. Not a baguette. We are not French. Grab yourself a razor blade. Sprinkle flour on top. Oven, 440 degrees. Make sure you have also, if you can, pizza stone. Let it get nice and hot. Sprinkle some semolina on top. This will give it a good extra crunch. It's better than flour. It doesn't burn as quick. Now we're gonna grab our razor blade and literally just go in and just do one little cut like that. This will allow the bread to rise. You can do some small decorations if you like. You can do these little leaves, I call them. Put this away so you don't cut yourself. I know I have. So while the oven gets hot, you can put the container back on. Trick is to not let it dry out. And that's it. See you in a little bit. Been about 5 minutes. Get yourself a pizza peel. Put it in here. Open your oven. Here we go. Yeah. Timer. We're gonna do 35 minutes.
Oh, you have a timer.
Boom. See you in 35 minutes. All right, boys and girls, we're ready. Oh yeah. So, now you'll notice it's not as tall. It's okay. Sometimes if you let it rise longer, it'll puff up a bit more. This is how I like it. So I can actually make sandwiches. Cut off a big chunk like this, cut it in half, boom, that's my sandwich bread right there. Here we are, it's time. Fluffy on the inside. Soft and crunchy. Look at that. Perfect. And the smell. Can't even imagine the smell. Put that back there. We'll cut this in a little piece. Give some to my son. Here. Boom. Mmm. Yummy. And now for the best way to enjoy fresh bread. The queen. Boom. It's like a heartbeat. Bop, 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 bop. And when you eat it, bop, 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 bop. Boom. Beautiful. Just as God intended.
For me?
Yeah, for you. Thank you for watching my first recipe of how to make bread. If you've liked what you've seen and you want to try it at home, hit the like button, subscribe, get my channel going so you guys can get good recipes for daily food at home. Enjoy. Thank you.